Oh, see, it's one of those.
What up, homies? What up, Richmond? It's your boy Paddy Stax. For all you people, dope ass people out there making art or music, creating, living it up, doing what you love, keep doing your damn thing. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do whatever it is.
What's up, homies? Digital Stax is back, coming at you this November 2020. Me and Moscow Mule. He's got his fucking pink ass Angie hat on.
You know what the vibes
I forgot my Paddy Stax mug, but I'm gonna bring it next time. We decided to do a video because videos are just better than audio, I think, just strictly.
Had to level the content
at the VMFA, beautiful day. Yeah, so we're just catching up on our lives for the past 8 months, I guess. What have you been up to, man?
I haven't left my little office. I've been sitting.
You've been like a little mole.
I've been sitting in like a little
mole.
15 by 15 square for the last 8 months.
Damn.
But
I'm working from home every day.
Yeah.
And then working on your side projects.
I had I had like a little office space set up in my living room because I brought my work monitor home and shit. But yeah, that kind of deteriorated quickly because I had to start using that for sewing. I had to stick my sewing machine there. Then I just stopped using my work laptop and started using my desktop for everything because I just found myself like running back and forth between the two rooms like all day anyways. Yeah. So yeah. How's the
sewing? How's the clothes production going?
It's been good. It's been good. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't slow. I mean, like
everything's slow these days.
I was gonna say I haven't dropped a big collection, but it's actually surprising that I've been still managing to make sales like during this whole thing, especially like right in the beginning when it happened and people were freaking out and not thinking that they were gonna have like money, and everyone was in shambles.
Wow.
Managed to come back a little bit from that, and yeah, things are starting to pick up. And now most of the orders that I've been doing lately have actually been from Europe. I have I have a friend in Germany that I'm shipping a beanie out to. I have a friend in France that wants to buy commission a beanie, a shirt.
Well, you just like have a friend in France. Like,
yeah,
you probably met online.
I definitely did. Yep. And then what's funny is yeah, like a couple months ago during the whole pandemic, like right in like the midst of it, one of my friends from the UK actually bought like 2 shirts from me, and her name is Anju. That was the funny part.
Oh, man.
Like, it's this girl named Anju, and she found me.
She probably got a lot of shit, or did you say she brought a couple shirts?
She bought a couple shirts, yeah. But it's funny because she found me on Depop, and like the only reason why was because she searched her own name and just like searched Anju and found my store, and then
awesome.
Like DM'd me and was like, "I've never seen a clothing brand with my name on the shirts."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "That's so cool."
Dude, I feel like it's anytime you insert like a name into your art, then it happens to be someone else's. Like
exactly.
It just applies to them directly. Like I did like a track from my album, track 13, Big Kenny.
Yeah.
And I had my friend Jacob, shout out Jacob Butler Vaughn, down in Jacksonville, Florida. He's a dope dude. His older brother listened to it. His older brother's name is Kenny, so like he like immediately vibed. And, like,
that's amazing.
like,
yeah.
I know a dude who goes by Big Kenny. He's serving up the people and stacking fat bennies. Boss of Long Island, the real estate guy. He'll bring your fam together like homemade apple pie. I know a dude.
You just put yourself right into the song. Like,
well, that's the thing, I guess, about making art in general is that, yeah, it's like, depending on how you name it or depending on how you brand it. So yeah, for example, like if someone, just a first name like Kenny, like it doesn't even matter what the content of the song is or like the quality of it. It's just like no matter what, you're always gonna lock in like a certain segment of people that are just gonna fuck with it right off the jump because they're like they relate to the name or they know someone named Kenny. But speaking of, I thought that was so fire that you made an entire song about your friend that's a real estate agent.
Oh yeah, he actually presented it to me. Like he was like, hey, can you make this rap for me? So I can, like, we were planning on making a music video, and shout out Ken Hanlon, we're still gonna come through on the music video, but everything got derailed because of COVID. But he actually came to me with the idea to make a rap about him.
Was it like a promotional thing for him? Like, is he one of those like accident lawyers and he needs like a theme song?
Yeah, well he does. He used to own a burger shack, and he made he had this whole theme with like Pancho Villa. He had this like Mexican burger. And he made, like, he dressed up as, like, Pancho Villa and had, like, the whole history of it and, like, made a video. So he's a creative dude. He's a funny dude. So I was like, all right, I'm going to execute on this.
Do you think when he's, like, showing people houses, like, when he has, like, open houses, he's just, like,
yeah,
I was going to say, he's, like, the tape is already playing in the Bluetooth and the people want it.
No, we do got to make a video, though. Speaking of the album, too, is I want to make video for every song on the album. I know it's a lot to get into, but it'd be nice to just do one. We haven't done one yet. But speaking of music videos, just recently did one with Panda Slugger. Shout out Panda Slugger.
Yeah, shout
out
Panda
producer
Slugger.
from Charlottesville. 2 Minds, now on Spotify. Check it out. Little easy to consume 2-minute track. We made a music video. It's on Paddy Stax Productions on YouTube.
In this manic state of mind, I grind, working overtime to fulfill God's missions. Heaven's gates are in sight, shining brighter than the blue lights that stop me in the night, refuse to fall in.
And then we just did Friday, we just made another song. This one's called Mountain View. Up high, got a mountain view.
Let's go. Panda
Cruising,
coming
dude.
with the 2 for 1.
Yeah, coming at you guys. So
got a mountain view. Life's good, I'm just cruising, dude. Got the repetition, do you? Lost touch in the drive-through.
So we're just getting together, trying to crank out stuff real quick. Not that, I mean, timeliness is everything. It doesn't need to be rushed, but I think we had a fun little experiment, creatively coming together, collaborating, 2 different styles, 2 different artists. We came together and we wrote, produced, made the song, recorded the music video, and edited the music video in one day. And it was just a fun little experiment to see if we could really do it. So it can be done. We got the equipment,
Yeah, so
we got the skills.
talk about that a little bit more, because I mean, we're gonna get into your album in the next episode, but yeah, like this would be a perfect time to like talk about, like do like a post-mortem on those 2 little releases. So like, I know you told me that he got linked up with you through Katie, but like, because he lives out in Charlottesville, do you take the drive out there and like you made the plan ahead of time, like, hey, let's just spend a day making something?
Yeah,
or...
we basically picked a day, and he actually was in Richmond on a work assignment, and he hit me up and he was like, because we had meant to meet, and he hit me up. He's like, hey, you want to grab a beer? So we grabbed a beer, we grabbed dinner, and then he was just like, hey, let's make this video. I was like, all right, how about tomorrow? And so I just I drove to Charlottesville. It's about a 55-minute drive to Charlottesville. Usually no traffic. So we got there, we linked up, got in his little lab there in his room. Just he started working on the beat. I started writing some lyrics and just recorded them. The most difficult thing about doing a song and a music video in one day is trying to memorize your lyrics in like no time, because we're essentially making the video. We're going straight from recording to making the video, and so in the car while we're bumping the song in the car, trying to memorize our lyrics, and we definitely struggled, but we got it down to where we had some of our bars down, but
that could be like a sick.
We had enough B-roll to fill in for the other parts.
Could you imagine how sick that would be in like one of the next videos that you make, though, if like the transition into the actual music video is literally just like you guys like on your phones, like in the notes app in the car, like bumping the song on the speakers,
putting
trying to
that
memorize
in the video?
Yeah, like rushing to memorize the lyrics
That
while
would be
you're
funny.
on the way
That'd
to
be
the video
real.
set.
I mean, that's how real it is. Yeah, but basically, it's how it works. And he writes his down on paper. I use my notes tab on my iPhone. It's just easier that way for me, because then I can copy paste. I can edit easily.
Exactly.
That way.
Yeah.
You can. It's hard to. It's not always easy to erase or cross out. It's easier to just delete and read.
For sure. No, I mean, I would say.
Speaking of phones, can we go in on what the hell you're working with here and explain to these people like what's your deal, man? No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
That's a flip phone, but it's one of those like oh my god,
Yeah.
it comes out to look like an iPhone.
Yeah.
Is it a smartphone?
Yeah, it's an Android.
I know you. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm just
Yeah, so
stupid, I guess.
Let me break it down for you. So it's funny that we're bringing this up now
flip
because
phone, smartphone. I've never seen one of those before.
the year is November. Well, it is November. Was it 14th, 15th?
14th,
2020.
15th.
By the time this video is 2 years old, these are going to be in everyone's hands. Flip phones are coming back.
Is this
like,
your
they're here to stay.
mass
Yeah.
prediction?
Yeah, no, I mean that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, no. So
People are gonna have
Motorola.
iPhones?
I mean, obviously, like the nostalgia for flip phones is like really big right now. And that was always like so on brand for me because I've always been drawing Angie like with a flip phone, and I have
With the red
multiple,
razor?
and I have multiple razors. I mean, yeah, like when we were at the event, like I had them chilling out on the table. Like it's just part of my brand. And so last year, Motorola announced that they were going to be remaking the razor, and it was $1,500, and it was like ridiculously expensive, and like nobody really ended up buying it. The people that did buy it had like issues with it like a couple weeks after using it because everyone is like really skeptical on like the bending screens right now because durability is the main concern, and that's completely understandable because yeah, if you have a phone that you're opening up like every single time, or if you're opening up constantly throughout the day, like there's no way that you can't imagine that like something bad's gonna happen to it in like 2 or 3 years. And so rightly so, everyone was concerned about that.
That's like a perfect phone. If you just get pissed, you just fucking
exactly no, in the it's not even a glass display, like it's just flexible. It's like a hard flexible plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they came out with the first model this last year. Nobody bought it, and the people that did buy it, wow, had issues with it, and so they remade it this year with like much better specs. It was a lower price, and then it now has like 5G on it, and so the only reason why I was able to get it was because my parents kicked me off their phone plan, and I had to join my girlfriend's, and so T-Mobile had a deal where I could trade in my iPhone and get like way more money for it than I would have gotten anywhere else. So I was like, I'm gonna take that and do something for the brand, get a flip phone. So here I am. And it's been a little bit of a transition to go from iOS and go from like Apple to Android, especially because with my art I use the iPad, and so I'm so used to like airdropping things to my phone, and that's honestly kind of a big
problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big part of my process too, is when I'm working on something digitally and I'm drawing, I always like, whenever I'm at a stopping point, I just take what I have, like whatever state it's in, and I bounce it to my phone, and I look at it like on my phone screen, because that helps me like get an impression of like how it's gonna look when people are looking at it like on their phones when I post it, and then also like just being able to step away from my art and look at it and not be able to edit it, like I'm just forced to like look at it and see the mistakes in it.
Yeah,
it really helps me like sort of take mental notes on what I need to go back and adjust the next time I sit down and work on it. And so that kind of like on and off flow is always pretty crucial for me, I would say. Even with beats, like I've started getting
working on some beats lately.
Yeah, I've started getting faster at making beats in one night. Like at least like I've gotten to the point now where if I sit down and make a beat, I can tell at least in like the first 30 or 40 minutes, like if this is going to be something that I finish or if this is going to be something that like just ends up being scrapped. Because I don't know, the thing I've learned about making beats over time is that like you really can't force ideas to work. It's like if it sounds good right out the gate, then it's good, you need to go with it. But like if it sounds almost good, like that's not enough. Like sometimes you can sit there and tweak it and get it to sound right, but
why waste your time?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Try
like
again.
there's a million other like synth pre-patches or like drums that you could be using that like do sound well together, that like there's no point in spending like an hour adding a bunch of equalizers and like erosion and audio effects to your shit just to make it sound cooler.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, definitely want to get on some of those beats and start spitting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and play them off my phone. I will after we stop recording.
Yeah, this man's been just cranking beats, clothes.
Yeah, I got a lot in
and
the
you
vault.
online, check it out.
I got a lot in the
Instagram.
vault right now. Actually, it's kind of getting scary. It's to the point where I had an album that's been ready to go under my belt for the last couple months now. The only thing that's been hanging me up on it is just doing like the final mixing on everything. Like all the tracks are done, they're written, they're exported. I just need to actually listen to them all side by side and make sure that the audio levels sound balanced and nothing's like too loud or too soft.
Yeah.
And that's just like the most boring part of it, so I've kind of been slacking on it. But yeah, I've still been trying to pull up Ableton almost every single night with like the hour or
It's
two.
all about that consistency.
Yeah, with like the hour or two that I have before I go to sleep after I make dinner and shit. And yeah, I've been locked in really hard with my friend that we like hop on Discord every night, and like he'll go on Looperman and listen to like sound samples and like pick sounds that he wants me to make a beat out of. Like he'll literally be like, this is the vibe I'm going for tonight, and like send me a synth patch, and then like I'll just download it and like make a beat around it and then send it to him. And he's my friend Riley, like he's a night owl. Like he will stay up until like 6 or 7 in the morning, like every single day. Like he just doesn't sleep and he just grinds.
You told me that,
Yeah. And so like I'll send him a beat. I'll just send him a beat, and then like every single day guarantee like I wake up in the morning and he has something like in my Google Drive like waiting for me. That's like his thing, is like he's like, if you send me a beat, like I'm going to record over it and have something for you to listen to when you wake up in the morning.
Nice. Yeah, it's always good when you work with people that just want to like further the other person and
Yeah.
and don't withhold their shit just because. I mean, yeah, you gotta. I mean, you're putting all this time and effort into it. Like, you definitely want to get money from your beats, right? But people that are willing to pay or people that are wanting to use them are gonna like seek you out. Like,
well, exactly.
So.
And the way I look at it is, you know, if I'm gonna try to walk around and act like I'm super exclusive and like, no, like you can't even like listen to this beat until you like cough up the money, and like I'm just giving you like a little snippet of it ahead of time. Like, I just think that's such a bad marketing strategy for someone at my level that like really doesn't have that big of a fan base and like really still is like relatively low in numbers.
Yeah.
Like, my strategy has always been like find the and there voice cracking. There's a danger to collaboration too. I mean, like, you can find people that either like waste your time or just distract you or have like a completely different mission than you at the end of the day, and it's
that's
ultimately
true.
like kind of antithetical to what you're trying to do. But when you find the right people to collaborate with, like, it's game over. And so that's what I've learned is like the best way to grow is that you just need to find people that you can lock in with and the people that like you're willing to do shit for free for, because that's the unfortunate reality of it is that like if you sit there and you try to nickel and dime everyone at every corner, you're just not going to build. You're not going You're not going to. We're going to bleep those out.
I'll put some effect in there, like explosion. Or something.
Yeah, like that's so funny. But nah, yeah, like if you try to go around and nickel and dime people at every corner, like that's not building real relationships. Like that's just trying to line your own pockets. And like people are, you might find someone. The only people that are genuinely gonna want to work with you on that level to that degree are people that are just so into what you make that like they're super fans and they would literally like buy your shit if you sold it, you know.
Yeah.
And like most people don't have people like that in their corner, and so yeah, just being able to tolerate doing free stuff for people is really the key. It's like you gotta not feel like you're being forced to do free stuff for people, because if that's the case, then the relationship's not genuine and you're just getting played. But if you build relationships and treat, you know, friendships with artists as like friendships that they are and not just like industry connections, then like there's a joy and there's a satisfaction that comes with just making the art, and like not the money just comes later. And also the thing that I've realized is like working with people, giving people free beats and just trying to get music out there for people to listen to is ultimately going to be the best move to make money in the future, because it might not be that beat that I sold, but like someone's going to listen to my production on that track and be like, yo, like I really fuck with this producer, and then they're going to look me up and then DM me on Instagram or find me on BeatStars and like listen to my other beats and then buy something off there. It's just like there's a waterfall effect that I feel like a lot of people don't think about, and that's what holds them back, is that they don't really realize that they're keeping themselves from like laying the foundation that they need to really grow.
Yeah, like if I withheld doing my album because I didn't think I was gonna get any money back from it, which I haven't, then I would have just not done it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I've listened to my album probably hundreds of times since I produced it, and I'll probably, and I haven't recently because I wore it out pretty good for a while, but I know in like a year from now I'll just be able to return and be like, I created this and this was a time of my life and I did it for me, you know. But I got some true Paddy Stax tribe members out there that vibe with it, but I got no money back from that, and I spent like a shit ton of money on that shit.
Decent.
But then to contrast, I recorded with Panda Slugger, and he made the beat, he produced the song, and we collaborated on the lyrics, and then we kind of both made the video. No money was exchanged. It was a complete collaboration. It was a complete bartering system. So it's like, granted, there were 2-minute songs. I mean, my album was pretty longer tracks, but I spent a shit ton of money, and the quality was super good. But like, to be honest, I didn't see like a severe drop in quality from like what we did with the other dude. But like, you don't have to have the most expensive equipment to have the best quality necessarily. I mean,
definitely not.
Like,
plus,
you'd rather have a good artist.
I mean, take it from me as someone that listens to just a shit ton of underground music and like music where it just like it is people that are just making stuff in their bedroom all the time because that's the only thing they have available to them. And there's a certain quality to that like people really do like. Like not every music video should be like super amazing quality. Like sometimes people like a DIY aesthetic and just like the feeling, because when I listen to music, I'm not necessarily looking for like the highest quality of like the production and like the engineering. I mean, obviously like I'm looking for like good beats and like good ideas and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, like that's something that really is something that money can't buy. Like it's just your craft, and like that's something you gotta hone, and like no amount of equipment can up that. All it can do is really like polish the shit if it's shit, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think you're starting to figure it out that like the DIY way like really is the way to do it, because
I mean, I have nice equipment for sure.
Yeah.
That I invested in.
I
mean, that's what I put my money into.
Exactly. And so yeah, like you already got a leg up on people, and so that's like already more than enough to start working with for you. But also the thing is that it's like if you get stuck in that mindset that like you have to pay for studio time, or you have to pay for the beats, or you have to pay for the artwork, it really is going to hang you up, because you either have to come in with money or you have to make money. And most of the people most of the people are in the latter situation where they don't have money, but they still hold themselves to such a high standard that they like need the best equipment and like need to do all the shit before they can even start.
Yeah.
And then they're panicking because they're like, how do you even make money off of nothing, you know?
Well, recently I put an ad out on Craigslist. I don't know, someone tell me if they've had success with that, but like me and my girlfriend joke from this movie with Ice Cube. I'm forgetting the name of the movie, but his name's Craig. And so there's just an inside joke. We just call people Craigs, like just like random Joe Schmo, like Craig, like this is a Craig, but like it has kind of a connotation of being just like some random fuck, kind of like, look at this Craig, like kind of thing. So it's like, it's funny, I put an ad out on Craigslist, and like I had a sneaky suspicion that the only people that I was going to track were like Craigs. And I'm not going to say any names or throw anyone under the bus, but this dude's looking for me to come out and fly with my drone. And he's saying like, we got a low budget music video. Can you like come out and fly your drone for 30 minutes, like 45 minutes away? And I told him how much it was going to cost. He didn't respond. And then I get a message a couple weeks later for like a similar request, and he leaves a voicemail saying it's a low budget music video. It's like, low budget music video and Mavic 2 Pro drone don't really go hand in hand. Like, what do you think? I'm gonna just drive out 45 minutes of some like shambly shit and like do all this like high quality work or like with the drone and then get paid like not enough?
Yeah,
like what is there in it for me? But if it was like my best friend and he wanted to do some cool ass video, then like sure, there's always like exceptions, but I'm not trying to like do it for some random person that I don't even see their vision, and he doesn't even give me any more information about what it is. Yeah. And like, granted, I want to make quick money with the drone sometimes, but it's like,
the way I look at it is like, yeah, there's definitely a time and place for like helping people, and like, and also because, you know, and I think like that's why I respect the shit out of you, because I feel like you're on the same level as me with this, where I'm very big into like paying your friends, like even if they would do something for you for free, but like compensating them for their time.
Yeah,
and, you know,
otherwise
like,
you're just taking advantage of your friends, and it's like, why would you do that?
And it, you know, a lot of people don't look at it that way, but like it is what it is, and yeah, like, but with that said, I mean, yeah, like there is a time and place to like make exceptions and just do things when like the project's right or the vibe's right, or like you want to do it and like be a part of it too, like out of your own like passion.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my biggest thing is I've learned that like the hard restriction for me is I'm never gonna do anything free or give any kind of favor, any kind of handout to somebody that is approaching me without even taking the time to like know what I'm doing, or like if you're somebody that actually understands my art through and through, and like you like actually listen to my music, like yeah, well I might give you like a discount on some stuff, and like we can, I can slide you some services, but
or if you know the value in it, like this man made the Paddy Stax logo for me. This is the artist of the Paddy Stax logo. I put it on my business card. I put it on my coffee mug. I put it on my YouTube, SoundCloud, and Instagram profile picture. So he saw that I was gonna blast the shit out of that, and he saw the value in getting his artwork out there, and he wanted to help someone out, like myself, and that we knew we were gonna be working together, and that it was. We like to do the bartering system if we can. So.
I was just saying, don't act like you didn't compensate me either. You took me out to Jack Brown's.
You're right.
Reckless
You're
consumption.
right. We got some Jack Brown's. Oh, late night grub session, Jack Brown's.
Late night grub sesh out on the town. Fiending for a burger, so I hit up Jack Brown. It's Monday, so they're serving up the Molly Duker. Maybe this time Holly let me stick it in her pooper.
We're gonna get into that song next week. I was listening to that this morning, and like, I had already listened to it like when the album dropped, but I like forgot.
It's so like raw and just
I forgot how
unhinged,
like raunchy it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like not giving a fuck. Basically.
No, it's just so funny because it's like, for as pure as you are on most levels, like it's just like every once in a while, like, yeah, like Stax comes out.
My inner demons, or it's not even. It's just that natural like lust, or
yeah,
just
you're
like
you're
that,
just like, yo, I'm a fucking human. No, like that.
have
But
that.
is
It's
it?
just
Was
like
it that
I'm an
song?
animal.
I was
like-
gonna say, was it?
Reckless consumption. Like we're just a bunch of mammals who eat and fuck.
No, what is it? The end of Late Night Grub Sesh where you're like, oh, I'm spitting some super raunchy shit, or is it normal? And it's like what normal people do, and we just don't.
Yeah,
like,
kind of.
I'm
That's what I
blasting
said.
it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, me and Chris Rattery. I do well with the Chris's, man. I got some Chris's in my. Got Chris Mosca, Chris Rattery, Chris Brantley, who I make music with, and
Maybe that's why I'm so biased towards the album too, because anytime there's like an interlude and you're just like, yo, Chris, like we doing this shit.
yeah,
like,
and it's like I'm talking, but it is
you're
like
talking to
I
me.
am kind of
Yeah.
the. That's why it's like going back to what we were saying earlier. When you insert someone's name into it, it's
Exactly.
like it's so personal. Like
That's so funny.
yeah, this last track I did with Panda Slugger was a lot of fun. The view is very pretty. I know the view is pretty, but I see in black and white. If you wanted, you were saying I should talk a little bit about those songs, or
Yeah, I mean, I was really curious about just sort of like the whole like start to finish how it came to be, because like the core of it, just like the idea that you guys like made fully produced, like recorded,
I wrote
shot
the
a video,
song right
everything
there,
in
yeah.
a single day. Like, it seems so serendipitous, but I was just wondering if it was actually like planned.
it
Like,
wasn't
ahead of time.
planned at all.
Yeah.
None of those lyrics were written prior to that day. But I know the view is pretty, but I see in black and white is basically saying like, yes, guys, I'm aware of like we're sitting and looking at this amazing mountain view, and it's gorgeous and the colors are popping, but like I can't see them. I see in black and white because I'm severely depressed right now, and that's how I see the world when I'm depressed. Is just like you see in black and white. You don't see the vibrancy of the colors when you're feeling like that. So that's what I was saying in that song. But
Some real shit.
anyway, next week we're gonna talk about the album, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna ask me some little in-depth questions about the from.
Bro,
Bits to
I'm about to
Bliss.
spend some time with it. Like, you're gonna
Alright.
watch you go to like your artist.spotify page, and you're gonna watch your numbers go up.
Dude, hell yeah! I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I just put the shit on my YouTube. Like, sure, I want to make money, but I'm not gonna not put it on YouTube. So I'd be a hypocrite if I said I wanted to make money back from it when I don't fucking pay for music either. Really, when it comes down to it, I use YouTube.
Yeah.
Then again,
I mean, if you use Spotify, you're paying the artist literally
true.
like fractions of pennies.
if I find like artists that I support and I like, I will donate and I will like support them. I'll go to their show, I'll give them tips, whatever it is. But I don't typically buy music.
Yeah, I never do buy it. I mean, I think long gone are those days. I think most
So I
people
don't know
support
how we're
artists
gonna
through
make
like merch
Yeah.
and like if they have Patreons and stuff.
Anyway, homies, Digital Stax, Paddy Stax, Moscow Mule,
What up?
we out.
That was
Oh,
perfect timing.
true. All right, guys, we took a risk today coming outside. A little windier than we thought. We're at the VMF
Virginia Museum of Fine Arts.
Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, and it is fine, and it is artsy,
Yo.
and we're
We got the bean
yeah, buddy,